Welcome to the Parenting Roundabout Speed Round, where we answer a quick question every day to keep our group chat fun going all week long. If you were listening a few weeks back, we had a whole incident where my son decided that he really needed an alpaca to live in our backyard. And he hasn't let it drop yet. He's added it to his Christmas list, because the middle of winter would be an excellent time for
Is that same alpaca still available? That alpaca has
Lorenzo,
not gone home?
I don't know. I haven't checked.
I want an alpaca sweater, FYI.
Once I get my alpaca.
See, there's all sorts of practical applications.
Yeah, you guys are enablers. But I'm wondering if you have ever had or your kids have asked for some kind of creature like this.
Creature, I like that creature.
Amanda, have your kids ever desperately wanted something strange?
No, but I have a different, like a story of somebody else who did. So my son wants a dog, but it has to be a loyal dog. That's what he calls him, a loyal dog, which basically like a dog that's just his. But I can't tell you about the time I was in a restaurant with my sister-in-law, my mother-in-law, my husband, my sister-in-law. We were like a couple of states away. We were visiting someone. Gets a call on the phone from my brother-in-law. And all of a sudden in the restaurant, you hear her say, "A goat? How much more of a redneck do you want me to be?" So that's my best, like, somebody wanted a pet store. He didn't want to like mow the lawn anymore, so he's like, "I'm just gonna buy a goat." Okay.
Okay.
Okay. That's my best weird pet story, I think.
Terry, have you ever had any weird pets?
Well, my kids have only ever wanted dogs, and goodness knows we have our hands full enough with just a single dog at a time. So mercifully, it has not gotten more complicated than that. But I'm trying to remember, I think when I was a kid, I might have at some point had mice, a cage full of mice, possibly for a school science fair thing. But then they just hung around and became pets. I think at one time, one of them may have escaped and been in the wall of our house for quite a little while. So that was one thing I crossed off my list. When I'm a parent, not going to allow that.
How about you, Nicole? And you have quite the menagerie, don't you?
Oh, gosh. Just quickly back to Terry's mouse story or mice story. My cousin had mice as pets, but when she first got them, she didn't know how to properly house them. So she decided to put them in a styrofoam cooler.
Oh, dear.
The next morning, styrofoam everywhere and no mice.
That's our tip for the day.
Yeah, that was not a good moment. But yes, we've had quite a selection of animals in and around our house. I think probably the most not unique or interesting, but I don't think everybody has these for pets. Stick bugs.
Oh, yeah. They had those in my kids' school.
Yes, for years we had stick bugs, and every once in a while they would escape. And anyway, yes, we had those.
So were those like classroom ones that became family ones, or?
Yeah, I think there was, because my husband used to work at the college, so I think the science professor or biology professor had more than enough because they breed like rabbits. And so he gave them to my husband because he knew that we had a son. And so we had, stick bugs, and they just kept multiplying and multiplying. And, we had them for years. Yeah, it was not good. Yeah. So that was my pet, my random pet. And then, of course, we have various animals that show up here unannounced, but we won't get into that.
But no alpacas yet.
No alpacas. And I don't even know if that would even, is it too hot here? I don't know.
It might be pretty. Might be hot for those hairy creatures. Okay, so that's it for today's speed round about pets and the weirdness that can come along with that. So come back tomorrow for another question and visit parentingroundabout.com for all of our group chats and other weekly episodes.